Yes, yes, yes. You already know we back. Big Kitchen Talk. Heavy on the big. You already know what we doing, how we done it. Kitchen Talk. It is not a what? It's not a cooking show. It's not a love show. But we talk about everything. We talk about everything in the kitchen, man. Big shout out to Holla Rock. She's in the building. Georgie, my favorite tomboy, she's in the building. And Free Ricky. Today, Free Ricky. You already know it's your boy Maino, the lobby boy. And we here. And today we got a special guest. I've been very interested in having a conversation with you.
Really?
Right, because I've heard you say some intriguing things online, and I was like very interested in having a conversation. But for the world, welcome Blue Jasmine to the show.
Hey y'all.
You know,
Thank you for having me.
yes, yes. So I would see you from time to time online doing interviews and stuff like that, and I would like watch it, and I would hear you say some things that I thought was very interesting. I thought that your philosophy on relationships and men was a little bit different, and I just wanted to kind of bring you up here and kick it with you about what you thought that was about. I've heard you say something like, "I got a man, but another nigga take care of me." Am I wrong?
No, that was right.
Is that a fact?
That was a fact. Yeah.
It was a fact.
Mm-hmm.
What type of relation? What type of setup is that?
So I was in. So the person was already taking care of me prior to me getting into a relationship.
Hold on. The person was taking care of you. Were y'all in a relationship, or he was just?
No. So I had helped him. I mean, we had like a thing or whatever, but I had helped him build a business, and so that business ended up flourishing and making a lot of money and continued to make him a lot of money. And I was there with him from the ground up, receiving nothing. Now going back, I wish I would have asked for a percentage of the business, because that would have been a smarter way to go about it. But instead, he looked out. He was good people's, and so he took care of me and paid my bills and did whatever I needed or asked for. But it was minimal to what he was making. You know what I mean? Based on what we built together.
So he was doing that while you already had a man.
So he was doing that when I was single, and he was like my fake man in the moment. But it wasn't like anything too official. You get it?
It's a fake man.
Yeah. And then I ended up getting a man, and he continued to do that.
And how did your man feel?
And so I had just been that was like the beginning of our relationship. And so I don't really feel like he had much of a say if he had a feeling about it, because it was like, month 2, month 3, like who's really saying much, like.
So y'all wasn't truly established yet.
I mean, we was with each other every day. That was like my man, we was getting.
You was claiming him and he was claiming you.
Right.
So how do you say that if y'all claiming each other, how do you say he doesn't have a say? Just because
I mean, in that moment, because it's like, month
that was
one,
the situation
month 2,
before.
Month 3. Yeah. And then I'm like, if I don't know, I just feel like.
Was it platonic at that point with the other guy?
Yeah, like for like 2 years.
But he was still just like, let me pay your bills, you deserve it.
Yeah, for like 2 years, we was already a nothing. Like, it was like, we was just friends, like talking on phones, like best friends. We barely saw each other in person. And so, yeah, I felt ready to move on and be with somebody else.
So you told your man that this other man was taking care of you?
So, yeah, I did tell him, but when I told him, I didn't mention the part like, oh, we used to be together. I was like, I have this guy, he's like an older guy, he take care of me, he paid my bills, and we don't have sex, which was a fact in the moment. Like, you know what I mean? We was not together for a minute, Yeah, prior, a long time ago. Like it was like 2 years that we didn't do anything.
Okay.
And he had, when he had started to pay everything in full, like got me a new crib and got me the new car and everything, we had already stopped it completely.
Okay.
So that came like as a, what's the word? As a thank you to what we had established, right?
So where does your man fit in when it comes to like supporting you or like doing things for you? Like, how does that play out if there's no space for him to do so?
So in that, obviously things have changed now because it's been a minute, but in that moment, he still, bought me jewelry, bought me clothes, sneakers, bought me like that stuff. But like when it came to my rent was paid, my car was paid or whatever.
So the guy that you wasn't sleeping with was still buying you
No. I'm talking about my man that
Your
I was
man was
with.
buying- okay.
Was like, buying me gifts, taking me out. We was like having a relationship.
Oh.
But like my home and my car was paid for by this other person.
And did your man live in that house, use that car? Or like, was he like
No, he didn't use
supporting y'all lifestyle? Or
No.
just
Right.
So he didn't use the car because he had his own car. But I did tell him to move in with me because I lived by myself for like 2 years. And so, yeah. And in the middle of that, I had like my gay best friend live with me. I had like friends live with me and not pay anything. Like literally live with me because I wasn't paying anything and not pay anything. So yeah, I was like, move in with me.
Are you guys still together?
Yeah.
What is your philosophy on like relationships? Do you believe that a man is supposed to absolutely take care of a woman?
Yes, 100%.
100%.
I think that a man should provide. Like there should be some provision coming from a man.
Right.
Obviously, I don't think that as a woman you don't have your own. I'm not saying lay up in bed and do nothing.
Right.
And I also think that as a woman, when your man is providing for you, personally, like the type of person I am, I want to help that person build whatever they're building. To like the complete extent. Like whatever you're into, I'm gonna go hard for that too. And I'm gonna have my little shit on the side, but you gonna have to support that because I'm going hard for you. You get what I mean? And we making sure what you got in your kingdom being built. So.
That's a good philosophy to me.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right. So like you are you like faithful to your man when you're in a
Yeah,
relationship?
I've never cheated before.
Never?
No.
Never cheated on nobody that you've ever been with?
No, only because I just have no, like, if I'm into someone, I just feel like everyone else is, like, gross to me. Like, I'm not into it.
Right. You have OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
So I currently, in this moment, no longer have OnlyFans, but I did do OnlyFans during pandemic and a little bit after. And, I made, like, probably yearly, like 150 and change, a little bit over that, for, like, 2 years. And so it was good.
What type of content would you put?
In the beginning, I was just doing like topless and like, stuff like that because I was always into that. I always was like, I want to be a Playboy model. That was like a fake dream of mine. I always thought that was hot.
Did you start OnlyFans because he stopped funding your lifestyle, or was just like,
no,
this is fun for me?
No, during no, he kept funding my lifestyle after. Like I started OnlyFans way before that. He actually, since me and him,
so it wasn't for the money. You just enjoyed.
Yeah, like it was like fun for me, and of course, obviously, I like making money. So any avenue that I could find that I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler. I'm gonna figure it out.
So you make your own money.
Yeah.
What if you made money and you met a guy that didn't make as much money as you? Then what happens?
With?
Could you still be with him? Because he couldn't take care of you the way you probably used to being taken care of.
I feel like that's a hard like. I think that he would be uncomfortable because I will constantly, like, my values and my morals won't change on the woman that I am and how I feel like I want to be provided for.
What you mean your values?
In regards to, like, I still have ways where I honestly feel like a woman should take care of the home. I'm comfortable doing that.
Right.
And I feel like the man should provide. I feel like the man should lead, obviously, if he, like, has the right vision. And the woman should assist in that, like, in the vision that he has. And, yeah, so if I were to come in contact with someone, or if I were to fall in love or be with somebody that didn't have as much or whatever, was in a situation or whatever, they would probably be uncomfortable because I would constantly speak, this is like how I feel. You know what I mean? And I'm very verbal about it, and I talk about it a lot.
What does your man do now?
Oh, he been,
Okay.
stuff, construction.
Okay.
Have you always been like that? Like, just like liking these type of guys, or have you ever given people with potential, let's say, a chance and just kind of like?
No, she only mess with guys that get money.
But have you always been like that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've always been taken care of since I was young by all my boys. Like 13, you still dating the 19-year-old drug dealer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so like I've always been taken.
13 dating a 19-year-old drug dealer.
Yeah, So, you know what I mean? So it's like I feel like I've always been taken care of by the man that I was with, even if it was in small levels. Like like you getting your little Jordans, you getting your little tracksuits from whatever Rainbow, like I be saying. So yeah, I think I always.
What comes first? A man taking care of you or you taking care of you?
I don't understand.
what comes first to you? Meaning, are you more inclined because I'm pretty sure you didn't always have a man all the time, right?
Most of the time.
Most of the time. So, are you more inclined to wait until you have a man for him to take care of you, or you just jump in the mode of like, I gotta just do me and take care of
I mean,
myself?
I'm never gonna stop doing me or taking care of myself just because obviously we from New York, you know what I mean? So it's like, and I don't remember a time when I honestly like didn't have, not saying that I had the most, but I've
Right.
always hustled to get what I
Right.
need and what I want. But I'm gonna be honest, I feel like a part of that hustle has been, you know, men. Like it has come from
So
that.
many have been your hustle.
Yeah, in some moments of my life.
Describe hustling men for me.
I mean, I've worked in a club before, you know.
Like dancing.
I've worked as a bartender in Starlets or in other little clubs here and there. Prior to when I was like 23 years old, I was a dancer in like the white strip clubs or whatever. Them be the easy ones. They just want to pay you to rub your feet and talk to you about absolutely nothing. So yeah, I feel like that has been, you know.
Do you feel like do you feel like with your profession or with how you carry yourself, like hustling in at one point or feeling this way or whatever it is that you do you feel like you get the respect that you deserve even within those situations?
Yes.
Can we talk about like hustling men gone wrong? Because I feel like girls always make it seem like that shit is so easy, and then it's like the sugar baby life is really not all it's cracked up to be. Not that I've done it before, but I hear a lot of horror stories.
I'm thankful to God that I have never been in many situations because, like if like I usually have like tricks for long periods of time.
What do you say? What?
Like, that's what they call them.
Trick?
That's what they call them. That's what they call them. I haven't had none in a while, but I'm talking about, you know, I'm 21, 22, 23, you know, keep in mind, I had a child at 15 years old. And so.
Oh, so this is not you have another.
I have a child, yeah. I have a 14-year-old.
I never knew that.
Yeah. So, and
Girl, boy?
He's a boy, but if you ask him, he's never been without. So like he's always been very spoiled, always been very well taken care of. I'll show you baby pictures. I was 17 and he was wearing Burberry True Religion. You know what I mean? So it's like I've always went and I got it, like any way possible.
As a parent, how does that work?
Okay.
What you mean?
Because I'm a parent, so like, you know, what we do, our professions or how we carry ourselves, not saying, you know, that you're carrying yourself any type of way, but you know, you have a distinct type of lifestyle. So with that, especially having a boy, how does that work with him, especially being 14?
I feel, like him growing up, I really loved it because I just had to work 1 day a week and I would come home with like a band 1,500 and I get to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom. And so leaving his side, and literally he was used to me bringing him to school, picking him up from school, putting him to bed until he was like 8, 9 years old. And so when I finally got a babysitter, because I was helping that guy build the business and I started doing the daytime thing, he started acting a little up because he was used to me being home, you know? So I would just go out hustle 1 or 2 days a week, if that, for 3, 4, 5 hours while he was asleep. And he never even noticed I was even gone. So I loved that aspect of, you know, working at the club or whatever, because I could be a full-time mother, you know, like.
And now that he's grown enough to understand it, how does he feel about it?
Yeah.
I feel like he's he is like accustomed to who I am, and my son is very accepting of me. We're super close, and like I've always walked around the house naked. I've always twerked and did like my thing. So I think my son, he's just like.
For your son.
I mean, yeah, this is our home. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna act. My son knows who I am, and I feel like he's very accepting of me. Like versus like sometimes if I'm around my family, I'm still act like myself, you know what I mean? And
I'm only asking because like I said, he's a 14-year-old boy. Like I have an 18-year-old. And I know the conversations that boys start having, you know, friends and stuff like that, when they're looking at your mother and they saying certain things or whatever. Like have you got to that point? Because he's 14, so I know friends might be looking at mom like, oh, that's your mom or whatever.
He won't introduce me to none of his friends. Like, I know about his friends. I'll be like, show me a picture, but if I tell him certain things, he'd be like, why you want to know so much? No, you're not going to meet them. Like, you know, he's very like, just, you know what I mean?
Question, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
When you talk about being on your grind, hustling men, being in the club, dancing, On that hustle for men, and I say this with all due respect,
Yeah.
there's a question. Was at any part or any portion of that time, did you ever trade your body for money?
Never. I'm
Never.
thankful. No. Even when I was dancing, I never even went topless, only because I
Right.
didn't feel comfortable like in that.
Right.
And the guy that actually owned the club, which was the guy that I helped build the other business, he was the one who was like, I don't feel like dancing is for you because you don't even look like you feel comfortable doing it. Like I felt more comfortable like getting to know people, talking to them. Like I'm not really like
A performer.
yeah, like I'm not like that, like out overly like sexual with my clothes off. You get it? Like
you want to dance.
because I know there's bread there. Like I'm so used to like since I was young, guy like if I go from here to the corner store, 10 guys try to talk to me, and in my head it's like, how can I take the most advantage of this so that it works in my favor? You know what I mean? I think that's just that's where that
But
came without even noticing.
Being in a club, I'm pretty sure you've been approached like that though. Like yo, I got some money. What's up?
Yeah, I honestly more so not even in the club. There was a moment when I was like in the industry-ish vibe, and people
Which industry?
where I was like in the VIP sections, like the hip hop world, you know what I mean? Where I was in like the
Nightlife.
sections, and even in daytime I was in Cali and the Hollywood Hills. I was in this person house, that person, like whatever this, and people would offer me like 3,000, 5,000, and I always turned it down. Yeah, I'm just like, even if I'm in a need, I feel like God will provide another way. Like, I'm not into that.
There's not moments where, like, just being in a nightlife or being in these situations or whatever, having a good time, being outside, that you, like, feared being around these men? Because, you hustling men, but, some men might not, they might feel like they being hustled or whatever. I'm sure I've been around men, so I'm sure you've approached men who may not take no for it, like you know what I mean, getting a little disrespectful or something like that. Like there wasn't any moments where you felt like, nah, I can't, like this is too much for me.
I think be to God that I didn't go through none of that type of stuff. I don't know why. I feel like I've always been super blessed and watched over, because I know a lot of girls go through a lot of situations, but I have very I think I'm a very strong person, and I have very strong boundaries. So it's like one little thing I'm like, no, like, you know what I mean? I'm very like standoffish. And so I think that probably I'm not very like open and like, ha ha ha, like that kind of person. No disrespect to that kind of person, but I found in the club that I made my most money when I was like intellectually talking to people, and that's where like I vibe best. You know what I mean?
So it ain't really like hustling, 'cause you're not robbing nobody. You're not doing none of that.
No. I thought about it a couple times.
You did what?
I thought about it a couple times, but when I was younger now.
Right. I mean, it's not nothing that it's average at this point. Like right now, thousands.
Yeah,
women
I mean,
dancing
yeah.
in the club and nightlife. It's not.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I feel like I would encourage, women if they're in school, or like that's not a bad side hustle if you know how to conduct yourself, and if you don't let it go too far.
What about your daughter?
I don't have a daughter, thank be to God. I don't ever want to have a daughter.
But what if you did?
I'm walking her to school until she's in college, and I'm walking her ass back to fucking home. I think just being exposed to, you can't even go nowhere without an abundance of people trying to talk to you. You know what I mean? Pregnant and all, I still have people stopping their cars, trying to give me cards, like, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm if I had a daughter, I would be fearful of that. Like I feel like I talk about this all the time. Like she'll have to like only the eyes show, like the full gown thing.
Oh, you talking about in 3/4? You talking about in Muslim garb?
Yeah.
Right?
I always say that. I'd be like, yo, if I had a daughter, by the time she's 4 years old, I'm covering her. Period.
But what made you not want to be covered?
I went through phases.
She ain't Muslim.
I know, but I'm saying, like, for my, like you say, for your daughter, I would have her like this. If I had a daughter, she wouldn't be like me, right? So I'm saying, like, everybody goes through phases. Like you said, you are a very pretty girl and everything, so I feel like you dress how you feel and you dress the part, right? So what makes you dress the way you dress, or on whatever, put that shit on the way you put that shit on? Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I mean, I like to feel and be sexy even in my home. Like I literally wear like silk robes all day. Like, you know what I mean? So
You're naked.
Yeah, but I feel like if my daughter went through a phase where she was a teenager, I would respect her phase and where she is in her life, that she needs to, go through her path and stuff and try to guide her my best. But I would want to shield her as best as I could from the situations that, nobody wants 10 niggas hounding them down. That shit got so annoying. You got to figure out how to flip that so that it benefits you. Like,
say your daughter does end up being same personality, same persona as you, right? Are there any like moral codes, rules, like advice that someone like you would give?
Yeah, I feel like my number one rule is never trade your body for money, because I feel like never. Like, I feel like sex is a very energetic exchange, and then I feel like when money is involved, it could lead to like depression and drinking.
So guys buying you stuff and stuff is not considered money. It's just like transactional money, you're saying?
What do you mean?
You're not saying like, because obviously you said that you like hustle guys or whatever, or you know, guys buy you stuff or they take care of you that you're, I guess, dating or having sex with. So you don't consider that like trading your body for money?
So if I'm ever having sex with someone that's giving me money, we're in a relationship. Like, you know what I mean?
So every guy that you've been with that's been giving you money is not in a relationship. You're not in a relationship.
No, I've had people, but they're not. We're not like, there's no penetration involved. Like, in your mouth, your pussy, nothing. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like a relationship. Like, I've had someone like 2 weeks ago, send me like 10 bands, and I haven't even seen the person in person. I seen them like maybe a year and a half ago, and they had given me money to pay for my veneers. But
and like I said, your man is okay with this.
Right, the man is okay with like, another man sending you $10,000 to get your teeth done.
Oh, this was like, no. So he sent me that money to get my teeth done like a minute ago. That's the last time I ever saw him in person. What? But this guy sent me 10 bands, and he's a little weird. Like, he just wanted me to like curse him out on the phone and tell him like, fuck.
This guy's like that though.
So you doing phone sex?
This is some weirdos out there.
I know.
Yeah. It wasn't say. It was literally like, fuck you, you stupid, you're a loser, like stuff.
And then you'll catch up you.
This is like a fetish for some men, right? It's like a fetish, right?
Yeah.
Like, how far you go with that? You ever like dress up and go?
Oh no, I don't do that.
Like dominatrix.
No, but like, I'll cap to this guy that always sends me like bands at a time. I'll cap to him like, yeah, next time I see you, but I just never meet up with him. He'll send me the money, and that'll be the end of it. So, I think it's like he likes the cap because he keep on.
So, but what I'm saying is, the dude that you really with, he don't have no issue with other men sending you money.
Well, the fact that, he was sitting right next to me when I was, when I was like cursing the guy on the phone, like, can you really, like, what are you really getting mad at? Like, I'm literally cursing someone out and they sending me.
He probably thinks it's funny.
Like,
I mean, it's something to get mad at because clearly this guy knows who you are. You get what I'm saying? There's crazies out there. Like there's really
thinking about danger.
Yes, it's crazy. Because people are stalkers. Like, they literally will find you and really, they're stalkers. So yes, I think about that, and especially as a young woman, like, you gotta think about things like that. You're not like, you don't get no pass for that. People are crazy.
Listen. So my thing is, do you call these people sugar daddies? Is this what this is? Is this or just tricks?
Like what people?
The people that send you money.
I don't really call
them.
I
trick.
I got a name for them. I mean, I said that was the name, like, when I was young.
So what's the guy who's the guy that's sending you money that's not seeing you, but just, here go 10,000, curse me out or whatever. Who is he?
He's a weirdo.
that indeed. But that's not considered a sugar daddy.
I don't think so.
Have you ever had a sugar daddy?
I think the person that paid that put me in that loft and got me the car and stuff, I think that he considered himself that, because he would sometimes be like, oh, this person said I'm your sugar daddy. You think that's true? I'm like, I don't know.
But that's
the one that you started the business with?
Yeah.
It's like, not really.
So even after all of that, not one time did he try to like sleep with you?
When? Like, what you mean?
Once you was in a relationship, him still taking care of you, not one time?
No, I mean, there was this one time I called him. I was telling this story to the makeup artist. I called him and I was like, I want to trade my car in. This was like after 8 months of me being with my new guy. I want to trade my car in. I'm here at the dealership. The car was under his name. I need you. Can you come trade it for me or whatever? And he was like, if you leave that person, I'll marry you. Like, marry me and I'll get you whatever you want, whatever. And I was like, no, I'm in love right now, so no.
But he had you working at the strip club after you helped him build a business. Like, I don't understand how he.
No, that was What you mean? How many?
Oh, it was
That was
before.
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 Yeah.
Oh, that's how you guys met.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't make no sense. Like, do you
No,
vow
it
me or
was before.
not?
No, it was before.
So he didn't trade it for you because he.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't trade for me.
So is your
Yeah.
car still in his name?
No, I don't have it. It was a lease. It's gone.
Okay.
What? I didn't hear you.
She had a lease. It was a lease. It was
Oh,
gone.
oh. No, this is, I like to hear this type of stuff though, because I'm just trying to understand, I just try to understand.
Do you feel like a man should provide for a woman?
Indeed.
Okay, so
Indeed.
are you tricking?
No, but have I tricked? No. I feel like, women, I don't like a man should do whatever it is in his means for the woman that he care about. As far as just like randomly sending people $10,000, then that would be tricking. I've never done something like that. But I also feel like there's a lot of women are like entitled to just feel like, you know what, I'm just a bad bitch. You should just supposed to take care of me because I'm just a bad bitch. Yeah. Your worth can't only be a bad bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Your value can't only be that.
But what if you're that, right?
Mhm.
And but what if you have like, what if you're an intelligent woman as well, and you have resources and you connect
No, that's
and you're
something-
capable
no,
of
that's-
helping someone build? Like, why wouldn't
Yeah.
you want to take care of me?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't think
that's not.
Well, if y'all
that's
not together, I don't think that's weird. I think.
No, hold on.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, that's not. All of those things are assets. And I believe that a woman should have those. Just like a man should have a certain level of assets that he come to the table with. So, if, like I said in the beginning, if it's somebody that I care about, then I'll do whatever I can.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I've been in situations where I've seen women on the first conversation, just true story. I was somewhere and I said, yo, my friend is asking about your friend. And the girl said to me, she said, well, he gonna buy her a Birkin? Well, he don't even know her. Why would he do that? Like, why?
Yeah, but
What he
that's
just
just,
did-
there's level. That's respected. There's some women that are, and I respect it. Like, I
Say
feel.
what?
Yeah, I respect it. I feel like there's levels. If you want access to a certain person, if they require something, I mean, if you can't, what's the word? If you can't provide that, then you don't have
But why
access.
should you provide something to somebody that you don't even know? And you don't know what the worth is because you haven't even had a conversation with her.
The worth is whatever she puts on it, whatever she puts on herself. I mean, she's in charge of that. Like, you know
So
what
do you
I
think
mean?
girls who don't do that don't
Hold on,
value
hold
themselves?
on. I'm trying to understand. So you respect a woman saying, buy me a Birkin before she even have a conversation.
Yes, I love that. I wish to reach that like epitome of.
Huh?
I wish to reach that.
What
That is
reach
so-
what? What status is that?
I just feel like I don't really wish to reach that. I was joking, but but I feel like I respect it because that's what she say. Like, it's her. Like, if you wanna, if this is the act.
Anybody can say anything. I could say anybody could say anything, but is it? I guess it's realistic for some because I've seen people do certain things like that. I've seen dudes buy watches for girls that they didn't even know. So I guess it is realistic to some people. But you asked me a specific question. That's not realistic for me. I don't even think that even makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. So what is the most you would give to have access to something that you like desire?
Access? What do you mean access? I'm access.
And exactly. And someone else might feel that way about themselves.
Cool. And if they feel that way, we both feel that way about each other. Now we can either powwow and kick it and come together and figure out some power moves, or we can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. Listen, my philosophy is this. If I fuck with you, you fuck with me, we like that, I reward you. I'm not buying you though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not buying you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying, yo, here go bag, let me talk to you.
Though.
Huh?
I don't like the word rewarding you though.
We all need to be rewarded.
Yeah,
in
but
relationships.
In the two statements, it went from like, she's just like,
hold on.
goddess, come bear me gifts. And then
Hold
it's like,
on.
no, but I'll reward you.
Hold
it's
on.
two different things.
I'm saying, listen, I got a woman. She's ride or die. She can get anything from me.
Mm-hmm.
That's me rewarding her.
I don't really like the rewarding,
That's
but I get
but
what
that's
you're
what it
saying.
is, though. Whether you like the word or not, that's exactly what it is, though. I care about her. I'm rewarding her.
So she's not deserving?
Huh?
Like
Deserving
she's
of
deserving of just that treatment from you because you are the man who is in her life?
Is she
Like,
deserving?
yeah,
Yeah,
because
she's
you're
deserving
saying
that.
it's like a reward. So it's like what, like
Well,
when
You
we
holding
all
me
be,
down,
we
I'm
all,
holding you
listen,
down.
we all being rewarded for something. People judge us off of what? Off our characteristics and the way we move. We judge by the things that we do, right? We judge by the things that we did. So depending on our relationship, yeah, like, okay, she deserves that. She been riding with me, right? She been holding me down. She deserves that. Whether I say deserve or reward, to me, it's really the same thing. It's all about how you look at it.
So if Beyonce, if Beyonce was in your reach and she wanted a Birkin, you wouldn't give that to her? Like
Beyonce
to
probably
date,
wouldn't
to like,
ask
let's
you
say
for
that like she was in your reach and that was just what she was
But why
like.
would you put that, man? That's not even.
But let me ask you a
Because
question.
Hold on, That's
some,
not. I don't even think that that's like a logical question, or like you got to give me a better example because
Because
when I think of Beyonce, all I see is and I can't go past that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, respectfully. I mean, I don't know who to say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
But
you know
yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
like this. I feel like there's a point here where I feel like there's certain girls where you do feel like, oh, let me trick on her, let me get her this, let me, that's the lifestyle that she live, da da da. And then there's some people who's like, well, I could fuck her for free. And I think that's why some girls find value, like find that being the value. Like, no, you got to spend money on me first, because there are girls who literally get fucked for free and get played. So I guess
there are girls who do all of that and they still get played.
it's
So,
true.
but
But
what
then, at least I got
but
my
I have a
Birkin.
question though.
I guess that's the.
What is the value if a woman, like you said, you respect the fact if a girl be like, oh well, you gotta buy me a Birkin and all this stuff. But what is the value of somebody buying you a bag because it costs money?
No,
like what
feel
value do you put on yourself asking for a watch, asking for a bag, asking for these things? Like where's the value come in there?
The value is that I feel like there are more men who can offer nothing than men who can offer those high level ticket items. And though the people that can offer those high level ticket items, most likely they come with ambition, they come with drive, because in order for you to be able to even get that for somebody else, you have to be able to stand on that yourself. You get it? Like as a man, or as a woman, whoever, like whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, but
so there's more like dusties, you know what I mean? So if you're a woman who doesn't require anything to give access to have access to you, there are more people who can have access to you.
So
like,
basically, hold on. So basically, no, I respect it. I respect it.
I hear what you're saying.
I respect all hustles, whatever the hustle is, right? If that's your thing, that's your thing. I don't knock nobody. But listen to this. Isn't that still buying somebody? Because if I can buy you with a Birkin or a watch to have access to you, other people could too.
And if it's charity, then I feel like it's more people who can afford charity than who can afford Birkins and watches. That's why I just say.
Hold on. We talking about niggas that's getting money. We not.
No, I'm saying charity in regards to you. You don't have to give anything for access.
But a Birkin doesn't determine anything.
But you're saying that the girl want the Birkin for access, right?
Mm-hmm.
One man could give up Birkin for access. Another man could give up a watch for access. Another man could get a car for access. So isn't that still buying her?
It depends on the access that comes with that, because there are some women who are getting the bags and the thing, but they're not doing. It's not like they're doing anything. The access is we're sitting down, we're talking. You have my number, we're chatting. You get it? And I'm not just gonna chat with any old Joe Schmo.
Listen, if I didn't see this with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. But I'm outside, so I know this happens.
Thank you.
Some people just don't know that this happens. Let me give you a true story. I had dealt with a girl that was in a jewelry store and was like looking at the jewelry, and the dude walked up to her and was like, yo, I'll buy you that watch. And bought her the watch. Maybe bought the watch the next day. Now, here I'm saying that wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be me. But to each his own, right? All I'm saying is that no matter what, right? you're still being bought. You're still being purchased.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a purchase. I just bought you. I waved this in front of you. I waved this bag. I waved this watch. I waved this trinket, whatever material thing it is. I waved this in front of you. You came here. Now I got you. I just bought you.
So you want to wave nothing in front of me and me to come? I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're just comparing high ticket items to nothing, then I still feel like I still admire the woman that.
So the money comes before connection.
Hold on. Please, just
no, it's your thing.
I just want to talk. I just want because I want to learn. I want to understand. I want to understand. So what I would say to that is this: I like to believe that I'm going to win off my character. My character is just as rich as anything, right? I would like to believe that that's how I would involve myself with any woman, right? And the thing about this same thing, right? So let's take that example of the girl who went in the jewelry store and got the watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
She told me that story while I was in bed with her. It's the character, who I am, not just, and I'm not saying who I am, I'm saying who I am as a person, as a human. That to me is worth more than just materials, because if I fuck with you, you're going to get it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you understand what I'm saying? I don't believe that you can apply every rule to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I mean, some people's really,
You got to take a day off on something. You can't say I want a burger from every nigga.
So some people's really play a pimp so that they could get you. You know what I mean? And some people just, most people got to bring their best game forward.
So do you feel like the guys that pay for your attention or whatever have like low self-esteem? Like where's the mentality on their end? Like
I feel like there are different type of men.
What's that type?
Or people in general have different vices. Some people like gambling, some people like drinking, partying, some people like women. And some men don't mind giving to women the same way some men don't mind blowing their money at the casino. The same way some men don't mind blowing their money on whatever they blow their money on. You know what I mean? And so I just find that guy to be, maybe in some way, shape, or form addicted to women, or like, and I also think that he's like a giver. Like I feel like, yeah,
he's a giver.
Mm-hmm.
But you also feel like men should give.
Yes, I do. I feel like that is very alpha of a man to do. Like
this is what I disagree. See, me and you disagree, but we agree on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I respect all that,
mm-hmm.
but I just disagree on this because here's the thing: you think that that's just alpha. I think that's not. I think that's you have the ability to give, and you may not have something else, right? So when you look at certain men and you money, cars, jewelry, and all that, and you strip them of all that, there's certain things about them that they might not have. They might not be supremely confident. They might not be strong mentally. They might be weak in other areas. So maybe, right? How I look at it is, I'm in love with all those things that you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Women, the life, I love it. But I'm also, you know what I also like? I like the ability to attract somebody mentally and to get into her mind that way.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I feel like that's what I'm good at. I like to talk. I like to bring out certain things in a person that are not just surface, so then that we can connect on a whole nother level. I'm in love with the chase. I don't have to come with my wallet out.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't for me.
Because you look at it that way, but I just feel like I'm gonna give an example.
That's my reality, though.
I'm gonna give an example because I've been in this situation before. I have, my man that I was with,
mm-hmm.
I've gifted them a Maserati before.
Right.
And when I did that, I felt like that nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like that nigga. Like, I felt good about it.
Right.
Like, I felt very strong and empowered by giving this. And so I just don't see how a man can't naturally want to do that because the feeling that comes with it.
But that's after he was your man already.
Right, but that's the same thing. I'm watches, cars, whatever, bags. I've done it all.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. I've done everything possible.
Mm-hmm.
But it only came after a relationship was established.
But that's what's needed for you because maybe you need some type of, respectfully, maybe there's a security that you need in order to open that door.
No, I'm not just giving my money to anybody. I don't know this bitch.
Yeah, but that's how you.
I don't know you.
And that's how you.
I'm not just giving you my money. I'm not just. Listen, I'm not just buying you. I'm not just. No, listen. Hear me closely. I'm not knocking it.
Mm-hmm.
For any man that's what they do. That's what they do. For all of the women that's how they get me. I'm not knocking it.
But you don't feel like when I said that's an alpha quality.
I don't feel like that's alpha. No, not at all.
You feel like they can be missing something. Where I feel the opposite. As but I feel the opposite because. Damn, I don't even.
Can I say something?
You feel the opposite because you feel like that's alpha quality.
I do.
Right?
But
how would
like
you know what else is alpha quality? And he would have to show you that too. After he gave you every whatever it is for access, now he got to show you alpha quality. Can you give me a couple of examples of what alpha quality is?
Ambition, leadership, drive.
Mm-hmm.
These are all masculine traits.
Right.
But women can hold them, obviously, but they are masculine traits.
Right.
Like, and I feel like if you are able to provide these certain things at the gate, right, you must have these other things because how else would you be able to unless you just rob the biggest drug dealer?
That's not true. That's not true.
Can I say something?
That's not true. We have entertainers who of all various sizes and shapes that are not as confident, not as secure in themselves as other people are, right? You see, the thing about money and the thing about material items, that's the first thing that you see in men, right? Very rarely do you get to see who he really is, his raw character, who he is without any of that. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm speaking to. That's how you can tell if a man is alpha or not. You got to strip him away. You got to see him outside of the way that the world see him. You got to see him outside of the jewelry, the cars, the houses and all that, the money and all that, because those things come, they go. But who you are is who you are, right? And that's what I'm speaking to. I don't believe that's an alpha trait. It can be. It can be. Mm-hmm. You got some dudes that's just their thing. I got dudes that I'm cool with. That's, man, look, I'm just gonna go pay a rent. Like you.
I just get upset when people think that that's like a beta thing. You know, where I feel like, where people label that as simp, where I feel like
it's a surface
level thing. But don't you, if
you're
saying that you're hustling them, like obviously you're gonna hustle a simp. You're not gonna hustle somebody you really think got potential, right?
Mm.
I just don't feel like, well, two things. I don't feel like simp. I feel like simp is like, someone with extremely low confidence, like a loser. You know what I mean? And I just don't see these
a lot of men with money have low confidence.
The ones that I've come across or been around, I haven't seen that.
Because they're giving you money, so you're not going to see it.
I'm intellectual as well, so right. I sit there and I talk to people. I see their body language. I have a degree in psychology.
But people who leave with money, like Maino said, they're hiding something. You can't see you can't see what they're hiding because they're giving you surface level things. So you're not seeing them on a deeper level.
I don't feel like that because I've been, even like me as a single mother, I've been a complete giver to my son. Like when I tell you the boy rocks full designer, like dirt bikes, whatever
But that's all material.
Yeah, that's all material though.
Yes. So, but I have the confidence that I have, is what makes me able to provide those things.
But what is your confidence?
What is my confidence?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, right?
My confidence is within my mental, my spiritual, everything. I just feel like all around, a well-balanced woman. I feel that about myself.
Okay.
No, listen, all this. I want to be very clear. I am not knocking nobody's hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you got a man giving you money, buying you bags, paying your rent. I'm not one of them dudes that be like, man, them dudes are stupid.
Yeah, I hate that.
That's not my thing. I'm just trying to give you a different perspective, right? I don't want you to think that the man that's not doing it is not alpha. You feel me?
Yeah, but I sometimes feel that way.
But I'm here to give you.
It upsets me.
Why?
Okay, yeah, hold on. So every day we got an opportunity to learn something new, right? So let me pull your coat to something a little bit different, right? You believe that was the alpha traits. I believe that they can be, or sometimes maybe not. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that just because a man chooses not to, now I'm not giving her my money, that don't mean that he's not alpha.
They just value different things.
I don't know. To me, I just feel like you a bitch. Like.
So you feel like somebody a bitch if hold on. So you feel like a man is a bitch if he doesn't outright give you money, but then he could feel like you a prostitute because he feels
not
like
outright, but I feel
he
like,
might be like, nah, she a prostitute. And my thing is, if he can shut you up with money or whatever it is, then how easy is that?
Hold on, because then I got to take that personal.
Take what person?
Listen, I got to take it personal because the reason why, because what I'm trying to give you is this. Alpha is in your character. It's in who you are. It's not in what you have. So what I'm saying is, anybody that know me know I'm every bit of that. Right? I'm every bit of that. Right? But I choose not to lead with my money.
Okay.
That make me a bitch?
Not that you're not leading with it, but like if you were to be in a just situation, like interested. I'm not saying out off the gate because I'm not.
But we only talking about off the gate because I already told you that I've done everything.
Okay.
Watches, bags, whatever.
Okay.
So I have no problem going to the store for mine. I don't have no issue with going to the store for mine. Mm-hmm. I have no issue with yo, you like this? But I have no issue doing that, right? That's never the issue. What I'm saying is merely, I don't know you. This is the first time we met. Why am I buying you a bag?
Sounds like charity.
And so because I choose, now listen, again, maybe homie over there do that, but me over here, that's not what I'm gonna do. Now we could kick it, we could talk. If we could get there, then maybe you could get the same things. But if that's your hustle, that's not on my block. Now, because I choose to not do that make me a bitch? No.
I didn't know we were just talking about off the gate. I meant like in general, like if you're just not gonna, but in regards to it being charity, I feel the opposite. Like I feel like if I give you my time and everything for nothing.
What is nothing though? That's one aspect. What is nothing?
You need money to do everything.
You do need money, but if you took away,
literally, there's not one thing besides piss and shit outside that you don't need money for. Like literally, to take a shower, you need to find a place.
But then it's like, how deep does it get? Like, if your man lost all his money tomorrow,
right? That's what I was gonna ask.
If you paralyzed, can't work, however it is, he can't get no more money. It's over. Are you leaving him?
If he's paralyzed, like
if he lost everything today,
no more money tomorrow.
I feel like that's why it's important to also seek high value men who have ambition and drive, because as long as their mental is there, you know what I mean. Like I could.
But if he lost everything,
that's not what she's saying. Yeah. If something happens to him, then what?
If something happens to him, like what? Like
if he can't make the money that he can't make the money that he can't, he was making a whole bunch of money, and if he lost everything today.
I mean, I feel like he said, there's levels to everything. There's moments in my life where I've been super up, then super down. But if you know how to get it and you meant, so if he still got his brain working and his mouth
But you're not answering. If he lost everything today, would you still be with him? That's the question.
As long as his brain and his mouth was functionable and he could plan for the next move that we're going to make, then yes, because I'm going to be, we're going to make the moves. Like, I'm not going to be with no slouch like that don't know how to make nothing.
I respect that. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. You should be with a person that has.
And and I say that only because I know my value. Like, I know that I'm very resourceful. I know that I connect people. I know that I'm always open and learning around everything, in every situation. And so why would I waste my time, and pick up the slack for another person? You get it? Like, I know what I'm
slack for another person.
In regards to if I were to date like a dusty person.
Who's a dusty person? What's a dusty person? Is a 9-to-5 a dusty person?
I feel like if you don't have ambition and drive, if you're not a hustler, to me, it's just not giving what it need to give. For me personally, a 9-to-5 is cool, but if that's what you comfortable with, I'm not comfortable with you. You know what I mean? Like, because it's just, I'm not that. Like,
no 9-to-5s.
I'm not into it. Like, I just feel like you don't got to do much thinking. Like, it's very robotic.
So the 9-to-5 guy, the guy that get up, go to work every day, he got his medical insurance, he got his health care, he got life insurance.
Right.
He got his benefits and all that.
They be having.
Right. So what I'm saying, he got all that, he got his credit and everything. He got his,
got stocks.
He can't, that's not the guy for you though.
No, I mean, everything, like my mother, she had a regular 9-to-5 guy who had a job from the time he was 20 to 50. He ended up growing in the company, being a delegate. My mother ended up building like 4 houses from the ground up. I'm not saying you still can't live a lifestyle. She still travels. She still does all of that. But it's just not for me because I'm like I'm hustling. I'm thinking. I want to think all the time. When one thing is done, I'm ready to move to the next.
I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it.
For that, I like. My next question was like, what is your plan? Like, what is your goal? Like, what's like for someone like you, like you're just like in 20 years, like,
yeah. What do you see?
What?
I mean, I feel like for me, I've seen myself
when I'm old and gray. Like,
yeah, I've seen myself like evolve, like and become different people at different times whenever I needed to be in different moments of my life. So I can't really say who I'm gonna be when I'm 50. You know what I mean? But like I got my degree by the time I was 21. And I've never used it, and so that's always there.
No, you using it,
right?
Yeah,
you said you got a degree in psychology.
Yeah,
you using it,
right?
I mean, but you don't learn, manipulation. You learn medical psychology. You learn children's psychology. You don't learn like the 48 laws of power. Like, you know what I mean? You don't learn those things in school. Like, so when people hear a psychology major, it's just like the easiest way to get a degree. Like, it's just an easy subject. It's not nothing. You don't learn like how to get into the depths of the minds of people. Like, I'm not like a neurological. Like,
what's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
We do.
That makes sense. I was saying that makes sense.
Yeah. So at 50, I don't know where I'll be, but I'm grateful that that if I become super fat and whatever, ugly or whatever, that I have like a mental. You know what I mean? And I'm always looking to connect people and I figure it out.
What does your son want to be?
My son? What does he want to be? Right now, he want to be real ratchet. He's 14 years old. I don't really know what he wants to be, only because he did play football for some time. He's very athletic, but he is having a kidney transplant the next 2 months, so he had to pause that stuff. So I don't really know what he wants to be, but I do encourage him all the time to like be a business owner. I always tell him when he's ready to when he finds something he want to do, or if he even say one little thing, like I always try to put business in his head in regards to like, oh, you could get that and sell that to your friends. You want me to get it for you wholesale? Da, da, da. So I try to drill that into him. So hopefully that's where he goes. And I'm always going to be like his secretary. The same way I would do for my man. You know what I mean? I'm going to do for my son, period. Like as soon as he's ready.
But I want to go back to
and my son is a city boy. I'm going to say that. That's just saddens. That saddens me.
I just want to. So you don't believe that the same women that have a high level of ask for a high level access, ask for certain things for access, and that men give them. You don't believe that another man can come and is strong in character, strong in belief, and strong in depth. You don't think that they can get the same women?
Yes, they can.
Oh,
But
it's happening.
no, they can.
No,
But
I'm just telling.
no, yeah,
That's not.
100%.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
100%. But it's because sometimes you just naturally feel a natural connection with people, and sometimes things take time. And the ones that
Right.
take time, you want to see what value do you have standing there. You know what I mean?
But if the value is only in material, then what is it?
It's my time not being wasted. I'm being treated how I want to be treated.
So you've been paid.
What you mean?
You've just been paid.
I mean, if you want to revolve it,
Been paid for your time.
I guess.
That's really what it comes down to.
I guess, but I ain't giving it away for free, so.
Oh, we're not giving it away for free.
My time? No, never.
Time is money.
Period.
Time is your greatest currency.
I respect it, but you also gotta respect the flip side. Some people just good like that.
What you mean?
Some people just good.
Yeah,
Some people just got it.
Some people's pimping. That's what
Some
I'm
people
saying.
just got it.
Yeah, they got the little player pimping them, and I respect it. But same thing as when it comes to women. Some women just got it.
I don't like it. I told you I was in the bed with the girl. She had to watch.
She had to watch.
I wasn't there. She had to watch. She had to watch. I said I was astonished. Listen, if I didn't know that this shit wasn't true, like I haven't seen dudes send Rolexes to the bars, to the girls at the bars. Like I've seen this, and all I can say is that to each his own. Really, I to each his own. Like
I feel like that's supreme confidence, bro. I feel like that. Like I just feel like if I could just give this away to you, and then tomorrow I don't even know where you stand with me. I don't even know what or where it is, but it's just like I don't even give a fuck because I got it like that, and it's yours here. Like that's just sexy to me.
Hold on. I think that turns certain women on.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's cool, but that's all surface shit. That don't mean that the dude is supremely confident. Because trust me, I know dudes that do that. And supremely confident is not what they are.
And it's a manipulation.
Hold on. They may seem supremely confident because they're able to provide trinkets and material things. You can have the ability to get money, but that don't mean that you actually are alpha when you're in a pool of wolves.
I mean, it depends on you know what I mean? There's levels to alpha, like the CFO of a $1 billion company and then a ninja from the projects. They're going to have different levels of confidence when it comes to when you bring them and put them in different areas. You know what I mean?
Right. That's all cool. But we only talking about one area. So we only talking about the area of giving. So when a dude is able to give, right, you attribute that to being that supreme alpha characteristic. I'm saying that's not necessarily true. That don't mean that he alpha. That don't mean that he's supremely confident, because guess what, right? Some dudes feel like they're not good speakers. Mm-hmm. So they let their money speak for them.
Okay.
So is he supremely confident?
In that area, but there's some guys who are great speakers, but they may not be good at other things. You get it? So
cool. But what I'm saying is that if a dude is not good at speaking, or if a dude doesn't feel confident in addressing women verbally or whatever it is, and the first thing he go for is his money. My question to you is that does that still make him supremely confident?
If he doesn't feel, if he what do you mean? Say that again.
All right, check this out. There's a guy I know. He's kind of, for lack of better terms, shy. Mm-hmm. But he loves women.
But that
he feel like when he up, he feel like, yo, here. But when he down, when he don't got it, he don't even want to speak to no woman.
Mhm.
Because his confidence is not in himself, it's in the money.
I don't know. I'm very shy too, like
Mhm.
as a person, and I still feel like that doesn't sway my confidence. You know, like there may be an area
No,
where
maybe you're
I'm
not here.
shy.
No, you're not here. But you
No, I
talking
get
about
what you
you.
mean. Like I hear what you're saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. When he got money, he's, yo, what up? Where you
Not
at,
shy.
baby? Look,
He's very
yeah,
confident.
look. He like,
Then
he like,
go
here.
ghost until he
I,
not shy again.
I buy you a bag. I pay your rent, whatever. Like he's doing the
He's
most.
a giver.
He's not a talker.
He want to share.
He want to share. Now, when he's not up,
He's
he
in
won't
his
even.
shell.
Right. He won't even
And
look at
you
this.
ain't never been through something like that. And it may not even come to women, but when you not up, you don't be like depressed or
No,
quiet
I'm the
or to
same.
yourself.
No. I'm the same way.
That's good.
Because I'm rich in character is what I'm saying. Whether I'm up or whether I'm down, you will never know the difference. Because I'ma still be rich in character. I'ma still be confident. I'ma still be supremely myself. And this is what I'm saying to you. So this same guy that I'm talking to, and I'm talking about, this is not hypothetical. This is a real person.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying to you is that he would do the most when he got money. He would spend his, he would meet a girl today, take her shopping in the morning. But when he don't have no money, or when he not up, he won't even speak to that girl. So what is he alpha?
In that area of his life, in that moment, he's not acting alpha. No, but does
Because
that
no, you
take
gotta be
away-
alpha. You either alpha or you not. You gotta
I
be
don't
who
know.
you
I feel
are
like
all
you're-
around.
I bring
feel
another
like-
angle
I feel
to what he
I
just
feel
said,
like it's like adding emotion to the equation, and he may be, and if he's not in a space where he's up, he may not be emotionally like,
But what
like
kind of man?
able
Oh, that's my
to.
point. There you go. That's my point. Because
But that doesn't mean that he's not alpha. It just means that
it does mean
that just means that he takes the situation he's in like in a different emotional way. That has nothing to do with
emotion.
Alpha all day.
No, who you listen. What I'm saying is who you are. Is who you are. Let's take the word alpha out.
Mhm.
Right? Supremely confident. Right? What I'm saying is this. Whether you up or down, you should still be who you are.
Absolutely.
Why are you
Jermaine.
not confident? Hold on.
We gotta cut it.
Why are you not confident in who you are when you don't have anything?
It may not be that he's not confident in who he is. That's what I'm saying. Like
What do you say?
it may be like he's just in a funk. Like when I'm
That's
in a
not
funk, I don't
confident.
want to talk
No,
to
that's not
nobody. That
confidence.
don't got nothing to do with
That got
Yes, it
everything to
does.
do with
I don't
confidence.
think it
Or he's just
It
like, I
does.
can't even do what I want to do like I want to do it, so I'm just not gonna do nothing.
Right.
Is it that?
Yeah, like
Right, but it's still a level of confidence
Your
because you won't
confidence
even
is low 'cause
you won't even
have what
try.
you want.
You won't even try to speak to this girl.
But
That's a confidence thing. Because you feel like you need a bag of money to go speak to her.
Right.
So when you don't have the bag of money, you won't even try.
Right.
right.
Well, guys, we're about to wrap it up.
Thank you.
Yo.
Kitchen Talk podcast.
Yo, we
We always
can
have the
talk all
best
day.
conversation.
We can talk all day.
Bring all types of people in here and
Yeah.
understand perspective, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, listen. And like I said, we ain't knocking nobody hustle. I don't want nobody mad at me. We just come out and be like, oh, you hating on the girls that get it. No.
Facts, we not.
I like the girls that get it. You understand? And whoever doing their thing, whoever giving it, that's your business. I'm just giving my angle and how I feel. You already know what it is. Free Ricky. It's Kitchen Talk. It's Fox Soul. And we'll be back.